You. What is good, everybody? I'm back. You're back. We're back with another live stream for tonight's MLB action here. And hopefully we can get a win or 3 or 4 or 5. Definitely hope you and your family, friends, loved ones, all that are doing well on this Wednesday, middle of the week for a lot of people who are off this weekend. I am not one of the individuals who are off. I work this weekend, but I'm looking forward to my day off on Friday. But we're back. I would have done a live stream yesterday, but I was not feeling well. Had a bad, just a bad yesterday as far as health was concerned. But either way, yeah, I only hit on one ticket. And as I always say, definitely go follow me over on Twitter or X at Vortex46 for all of my picks here. I only hit on one ticket, and it was this one. It was Pete Alonso to hit a home run, plus the booster that they gave, 50%. And he went out there eventually and got the home run in a win against my Baltimore Oilers. And actually, I just found out that the Mets-Oilers game is postponed. So there's that. So yeah, one of my slips, I had a player on there from the O's to get 3 HRRs. So he's voided. But yeah. I also too, I should have had another win. And it was this one right here. Because originally I had Nick Kurtz and Pete Alonso on this ticket. I was going to literally put the bet in. But then I was like, well, Juan has the lower odds. Because Pete's was plus 550. And as you see, Juan's was plus 475 for him to get 5+ total bases. What can you do? Juan, I think he only finished with like 2 or 3. While Pete finished with like, I think like 8 or 9 or something like that. So, he handled business. A lot of batters handle business. A lot of the usual batters, the usual names that we normally see on a month-to-month basis hitting home runs. A lot of them hit home runs yesterday. And I literally put all of that on. I looked it up on one of the sports books, like how much it would have, if I would have, guessed. Because again, at the end of the day, we're guessing. I put it all in like, hey, like I guess all of these batters will hit a home run. I put all that on in the queue, and yeah, like could have walked away with hundreds of thousands of dollars last night. But what can you do? But enough of my rambling. Let's dive into the rest of these games. These games, as always, I'm using Prop Finder. Definitely look them up, because this site has helped me win, as well as Outlier. That was my original site that I use. I still use it, but Prop Finder I use for the extra stuff, just to help me do my total bases, HRRs, and every so often home runs, which was last night. But let's see what we can do for tonight. I do have a ticket in, and it's this one. It is for Ketel Marte and Abreu to get 5+ total bases. Put it all down and get back $51. Sure, I could have put 10 down. I have $10, but I'm like, I can spread that 10 out into various picks for the night, or just a few or a couple. So we'll see what happens. But let's look at their data real quick. Give me 1 second. So the first pick was Marte. So the Diamondbacks are facing off against Dylan Cease. Per his info, he allows a lot of hits, pretty much, right? He struggles against both left and right-hand batters as far as his OBA. His ISO is down too against righties. Right, so he's facing off against Ketel, who's a switch hitter. He does have a plus 470 for a home run over a FanDuel currently. But when you look at his stuff, he's green all across the board. Batting average 311, well above 444. It goes 444. I see that number every day. 627 slug and a 316 ISO. It's pretty much practically perfect. Plus his barrel's up at a 25%. So when we're looking at the information, you could sit back and be like, yo, like he probably might just go yard tonight, right? Plus he is in the positive against Dylan with 1 hit out of 18 pitches, 333 batting average, 667 slug, 333 ISO, which is great. Against right-handed pitchers, he again has all this info here. Against the pitch mix, he's pretty much mostly green. Over here, per his metric, his hard hitters percentage is 53, just shy of 54%, 53.3. His pool is 60, right? And he's pretty much been getting under the ball more recently against righties. But then let's look at his splits. Look at this. Away and at night, he's green. Look at his slugs. Night. Yeah, they did. Yeah, what's up, fam? What's going on? Yeah, they did. I just mentioned that the Mets game got postponed. But look at his slug at away and at night. Definitely above 500. Now he is struggling in the month of July. He only has 4 hits and 21 at bats, 190 average, 476 slug. But on Wednesdays, 9 hits out of 30 at bats, 300 average with a 700 slug. Even against the NL, 289 batting average, 628 slug. Versus righties, 311 batting average, 627 slug. And then batting second, more specifically where he bats the most, 288 batting average with a 627 slug. So everything's pointing in the direction for Ketel to go out here and hopefully get these 5 total bases. So I decided to go with him specifically. And that's the thing, when you really look at his stuff per the total bases are concerned, you know, he's like up and down per the stuff, but he did get 5 total bases 1 time over the last 10 games. If we even look over the last 20, he's gotten it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times over the last 20. So he's around the number. Usually, you know, he's averaging almost 3. It's 2.4. But when you really look at it, he's at least getting 4 anytime that he does. For the most part, when he does get, you know, multiple total bases, he's usually getting basically 4. You know, for the most part. So if you want to play it safe and put him down for 4, I would possibly do that. So yeah, there's that. And if you want to even look deeper into his HRRs, you see here he is once again, when you look at his numbers, he's at least averaging definitely around 3 HRRs, definitely higher. I mean, he's averaging 2.8, right? But at least it's just something that you could consider putting him down for tonight, if you're deciding to consider putting him on a ticket. But like I said, he possibly could go yard tonight. So that's that one for that specific part of my ticket. And then the other one is, it was a Abreu here for the Red Sox. If you haven't been paying attention to the Red Sox, they have been on a hitting tear the last few games. Literally, their lineup has, in the midst of, you know, Devers leaving and them kind of, you know, sometimes losing, they still been hitting the ball. You know, a lot of their batters, you know, Navarez, Anthony Gonzalez, Abreu, Story, you know, all of that, they've been handling business. And Abreu is just another cat that has been, you know, pretty much handling business. So when you look at his numbers, last 10 games, he's had 2 games where he's had 5+ total bases. And that's pretty much all, because the last 20 is the same thing. It's only had 2. HRR wise, he basically just like Ketel, he's averaging around 3 HRRs. He's averaging 3.3. Facing off against Zensatella, righty, right? 266 batting average, 523 slug, 257 ISO. Pretty much practically perfect. His metric, he has a 60% hard hit, 73 pull, right? Ground ball is 40 though. But, you know, when you're looking at the metrics, If he has a high hard hit again, which is 60, and then his ground ball is 40, that's where I say you definitely want to consider taking the batters for, the total bases type of thing. So there is that. And when you look at the pitch mix, he's practically green against Sensatella's stuff, and he's been getting under the ball, just like Cattell more recently. His data when it's pertaining to his splits, he's 50-50 at home. Green at night. The month of July. Look at this. Like, handling business. 5 hits and 15 at bats. 333 batting average. 600 slug. On Wednesdays, little bit of definitely dip down as far as his batting average. He's 50-50 basically, but he has a 590 slug. And then versus righties, 266 batting average with a 523 slug. But he is struggling batting fourth. But again, this is a risky pick still. I just decided to go with it anyway. And I actually took it before this came out. This information came out as far as where he was batting. So I'm still feeling good about the pick, like really good about the pick. So even if I had seen this here, I would have more than likely possibly still put him down anyway. Because again, as always, I like to take risks. And sometimes the risky picks do indeed cash. And of course, some of them don't as well. So it is what it is. So that's my reasoning as to why I chose those two batters for 5+ total bases. All right, let's look at Seattle at New York. Now, I did have a pick with for this specific game, and I'm more than likely going to go back in and put it in because I had it attached to an 8-leg. It's 2 batters from each team that I decided to put on the ticket here. Like I said, I'm more than likely going to go back in and reapply them, and more than likely just take them on a straight bet. I just feel real good about both these batters that they play for the Yankees. We'll see what happens with both, but I think I'm going to just go in and put them down for 3+ HRRs, just to be just a smidge aggressive with that one. Now I could be real aggressive and put them down for 4 or 5. Now, if you were paying attention, if you're watching the Tigers game, I will say for sure. The Phillies game. Philly is blowing out the Giants right now, 13-0. If you had put Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, and Castellanos down for 5+ HRRs alone, you would be raking in money. I just want to tell you that right now, because they all have 5 or more HRRs. More specifically, Harper and Schwarber have so Harper has 8 HRRs and Schwarber has 5. So there's that. But either way, they all have 5 in general. So yeah, definitely didn't see that coming. If I had a gut feeling about that, I would have done something. It probably wouldn't have been 5 HRs for all of those batters, but I would have done something. But I didn't. I looked at the game, but I just didn't feel too good about it. So what can you do? Oh, back to what I was doing. So Jazz, I put him down for 2+ HRRs on my ticket, but like I said, I'm gonna go back in and put him down for 3. Why? Because as you look here, he's roughly averaging around. He's basically averaging 2.6, right? He's facing off against Logan Evans, right-handed pitcher. He's green all across the board against right-handed pitchers. Pitch mix, he's like, I guess maybe more so like 45, 55, but he's still been getting under the ball when it's pertaining to the last few games against right-handed pitchers. His splits though, so he's green at home, like basically super green at home, green during the night. He's green in the month of July, but he's struggling in the month of he's struggling on Wednesdays with a 194 average, 387 slug. Versus righties, he's green. And batting 5th, he's 50-50. So I feel like he can still go out here and get 3+ HRRs tonight, make it 3 games in a row. So I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go back into DraftKings and put that, or I may do it on FanDuel and put it in for that. And the other batter is, where are you? Or are you not? Oh, he must not be batting today. I originally had Trent Grisham down. That's my eyes are deceiving me. No. He is not batting today. So, the only thing that I can maybe possibly think to do. Let's look at Jason. Oops. He's averaging 3 HRRs over the last 10. He's green against the righty. Basically, mostly green against the pitch mix. He's been not really getting under the ball more recently against righties, though. So let's see. So he's struggling at home, but at night he's still good. He's definitely super green during the month of July. Green on Wednesdays, and he's green versus righties. I'm probably just gonna just do that. I'm probably more than likely just gonna. Let me see. Oh, that's right. So it looks like I guess a rookie or something is pitching for the Yankees tonight. So I may not do Jason, because again my original pick was Jazz. So I'll just do this on FanDuel. Switch it to FanDuel. I did come close. I had an RBI, a 3-leg RBI. I should have round robined it. Had a round robin, it would have hit. Just put like $15 down or something. Fam, you said you put Abreu and Romy down. Nice. Oh, okay. I have just enough time to put this pick in. Because HRRs is where it's at, son. Everybody's chasing home runs. I'm like, dog, y'all gotta look at other stuff, because these things be hitting almost every. Somebody out here is at least getting 3 or 4, between 3 and 5 HRRs practically every single day. Like, Cass is missing out because they chasing the bigger wins. Like, y'all could be winning every day, technically. Let me see. All right. Okay, so Jazz for 3+ HRs, Jazz is a +145. Now I could still put Jason down. He's a +120. This is on FanDuel, but they're going against the Seattle's going against a rookie. So I kind of want to believe. Now I've been kind of like really trying to hope that this young man, whenever I put him down, comes through for me. He has yet to do that, right? So I missed out on him doing this thing against my hometown team, the Pirates, on the 6th. So I put him down yesterday, and he didn't do anything. So he's possibly on a trend, because if you look back on the 3rd, here he went and got 3 HRRs, and he didn't do it on the 5th, and he did it on the 6th. He didn't do it on the 8th. So I kind of feel like if it's the trend, he possibly will get 3 HRRs tonight because of the trend. He has a 53 hard hit, 40 pull. He's still been getting under the ball a little bit. He is green. Well, he's struggling. That's the other thing. Okay, so he's struggling, period. So he struggled yesterday, on Tuesdays. He struggles on Wednesdays. He doesn't have a hit at all. Let's see, versus righties, he's pretty much good. He's 50-50 batting 7th, though. So, I don't know. What I don't want to do is do a 3-leg. I just want to do a 2-leg. So, let me look at this. No, I've never put JP down on a ticket for. Okay. He's been more so getting 2 HRRs for the most part. See, some of his slugs are low. Like for the most part, his averages are 260 or higher for the most part. I don't know about JP though. He is a lefty, that's the thing. See, Jorge might do something tonight. Because there's usually, sometimes there's usually the batters that don't have the best data. He's doing well in the month of July though. So he's struggling the month on Wednesdays. Excuse me. Oh, there goes my. Oh, sorry. What the heck? But he does great batting 5th. So he bats well batting 5th, but he's just struggling on Wednesdays. That's the only thing. And that's the thing, he hasn't had any. So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He actually might go out and get 3 or 4 HRRs tonight with his numbers the way that they are. All right, so I have a choice here. I can stay with Jazz and then either go with Jason or continue to hope that Dominic goes out here and actually does the job per his info, per this possible trend here, which again is a possible trend. It's no true actual guarantee that it is. Again, he's one of the players that is pretty much green. I did have Luke down yesterday. He didn't come through for me. Okay, he bats well batting 6. Alright. Trying to move on to the next game. So I'm probably just gonna do Jazz and I didn't get a chance to look at him neither. See, Randy does his thing. And he mostly does his thing against righties. But he's red against the pitch mix though. His hard hit is low. Sort of kind of getting under the ball against righties more recently. He's doing well on the month of July. He's doing well on Wednesdays. 50-50 versus righties, 50-50 batting 4th. Like the options are there. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want. What's the best 2 batters here in this game that I could put out on this slip? So Jazz for sure. So I'm probably just gonna do Jazz, and like I really want to put Dominic down, but I don't know. He's been letting me down. Screw it. I'll do Jazz. I mean, I'll do Dominic. He's a plus 200. Say screw it. Just say screw it, son. Alright, that pick is in. We move on. Eventually I'm gonna be trying to push for at least like 1 pick a game. But of course, I gotta save my. I'm trying to like actually build a bankroll so that I can just have these funds that I use for, say, like basketball, like a set of funds for basketball, set of funds for football, set of funds for baseball, and that way I won't have to be up here like, oh, like, oh wait, wrong one. All right. So, like I said earlier, Boston is, they're on a, what you call it? You want to do a 4-legger? Okay. Let me know what you're thinking. And what 4-legger? Like, is it, excuse me, is it hits, total bases, HRRs? What you think? So for Red Sox, you have a plethora of options, right? But don't look at the red stuff. A lot of, again, yes, I do choose, you know, the batters who are in the green. I do. It's not like I don't. I'm not sitting there saying that I don't. But, you know, you want to still look at the batters that are in red because, you know, it could still benefit you and help you get away. Oh, somebody got a hit. Somebody got a hit. Let me see. So it's tied 3-3. Word. Oh, word. Tampa just took the lead. Word. Man. See, something told, guys, I'm telling you, like Magnum, who's it? Magnum, Kim for the, who is it? Kim, the Tigers. What's the, yeah, Kim for the Rays. Look at that. He has 4 HRRs. He has 3 total bases. That's what I'm saying. Nice. This is what I'm saying, guys. You wanna not. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to just take the cast and green. You want to look at, you know, all your variables. Try to cover all spots because you just never know. Like Brent Doyle, he just might go out here and handle business. Jordan Beck is 50-50. Let's give him a look. I'm gonna do HRRs. So he's struggling, right? He kind of just like, sorry, my laptop decided to freeze up. There it goes. Yeah, so earlier in the last 20 games, he was handling business. Now he's been struggling. But you just never know. Okay, so all right. So now per his splits, he's actually green. He's 50-50 away. He's green at night. He's 50-50 in the month of July. He's struggling on Wednesdays. But he's 50-50 batting right. And he struggles batting second. But still, he could possibly go out there and get, say, 2 to 3, technically 3 HRRs, because when he does get them, for the most part, he gets 3. You know, he's averaging 1.9 over the last 20, 1.4 the last 10. But again, like I said, even just the last 10, anytime he did get them, literally, he's technically, when he does get them, you could technically sit there and say that he's 3-1 over the last 10 and getting, you know, say 3 HRRs. So there's something to consider when you're looking at these batters. Let's look at Brent. Look at Brent. He's been mostly getting, what, 3? No, 2. So, okay. Now he has a 60 hard hit. He's been getting under the ball more recently. Okay, all right. So he's red during away games and at night, but he's doing great in the month of July. He's struggling on Wednesdays. He's struggling batting against righties. And he struggles batting fifth. So the only thing that stands out is that the month of July, he is doing really well. And if the trend is here, where it started at the fifth, basically, if it's a trend. So the fifth, he had 3. He didn't get it on the 6th. You know, the next game. The game after that, on the 7th, he got 2. And then yesterday, he only had 1. So per a trend, he might get 2 or 3 tonight. See, now I was putting McMahon down a couple of times earlier. And, you know, I guess he kind of, yeah, it was probably like right around here. I started putting McMahon down on some of my tickets. And he just kind of just like couldn't find, you know, couldn't get under the ball, couldn't find the ball. So I missed this little spot here, specifically the reason why I'm saying that. So, okay, he's been getting under the ball more recently, though. 40 hard hit, 40 ground ball, 50-50 on Wednesdays. So he's mainly been struggling. So he may be a batter that I may or may not take tonight. We'll see. Okay, so Tyler, sir, has been doing this thing. So if you really want to consider doing like a parlay, you could probably take Tyler, because he's been handling business. He bats great against righties, except for his ISO. He's mostly green against the pitch mix. Green away, green at night, green in the month, like green in the month of July, green on Wednesdays. Yeah, he handles business. So, and which includes batting first. So, probably gonna take him for 3 HRRs tonight. So I would take him. For this game. Because sometimes what I do, I take like one batter from one team, the other batter from the other, and either like walk away from the table with a pick, or I'll just do like a 4-leg, four different batters from 2 games. So Jaron. You're mostly green, right? Which includes look at that, 4 for 5 against Colorado right now. That's insane. Okay. I missed out on some of his stuff. Yeah, he's super green in the month of July. He's struggling on Wednesdays though. But green against righties, and he's green batting first, where he mostly bats at. So Tampa handling business, son. Tampa is just, it's like literally they are like one of my favorite teams to watch and bet with, even though the O's are my favorite team. But I really enjoy watching Tampa play. Let me see, Carlos. See, he handles business too. Again, guys, y'all have options with just Boston alone. Just got to know where to look, what to look for, hope for the best, right? Because I could technically do a 4-leg right here for this game. So look at Carlos, looks just green, son. And he technically, when he gets the HRRs, is literally 3. So 3 or more. So he's another one that I'm probably going to consider. So I'm literally probably just going to do Tyler, Freeman, and Carlos. Let me look at Romy real quick. He came through for me the other day. It was the 7th or 6th or something like that. He came through. I think it was the 6th. I was hyped too because it was him and Matt Olson. I had them on a ticket for 5+ total bases, and I remember Romy got it easy, right? The first 2 at bats he had gotten 5 quickly, and all I needed was Matt. He ended up getting 3. Like I think he had a base hit or something like that. It was something. He ended up getting 3, and then I think it was his second at bat. I was like, all right, because I was at home, I was watching the game, and I literally turned the game on when he went up to bat. I was like, I just need him to get 2 more total bases. And it was like the first or second pitch, and he literally smacked it out into the stands for a home run. I was like, my man. All right, so Romy is like, look how green he is in the month of July. 524 batting average with a 1,000 slug, son. Even at home and at night, his slugs is in the plus 500 or higher. Sheesh, look at the NL. 938 slug with a 500 batting average. Dude, your boy is a beast, son. Yeah, another one. That's what I'm saying. This game could potentially be a high-scoring game. So you have options for the players, and you actually have options for the team itself. I'm trying to hurry up and make this pick because I know that this game is getting ready to start. What was I looking for? Oh, let me see. Yeah, so when you consider, I'm just looking at the Red Sox last few games here. They scored 10 runs last game, 9 the game before that, 6 the game before that, 10 the game before that, 11 the game before that. So that's what, 5 games in a row. Last 5, they're technically averaging like 7.5 runs, something like that, maybe 8. So yeah, Boston is definitely handling business right now. This is the hot team that you wanna bet on. So I'm gonna do Tyler Freeman. You know what I never did. Oh man, your boy he's doing it, son. Okay. Okay, he's struggling on Wednesdays though. He did his thing yesterday and the day before. Technically, the 7th he did his thing. Did he go yard? He did. No wonder he had 7 HRRs that day. 2 days ago. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do Tyler Freeman, and I'm gonna put Tyler Freeman on the ticket, and I'm gonna put. Let me see. I'll put Romy down. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in on FanDuel. I just gotta log back into my joint because when you're idle, they're like, oh, you were idle too long. But FanDuel, it just logs you out the site, even in the middle of you know what I mean, putting your picks in. Sometimes you get ready to hit place bet and it logs you out. You're like, dude, I wasn't idle. Like, what do you mean? I'm up here clicking on stuff. Like, why would you log me out if I'm in the middle of literally like putting my bets in? So it'd be different if I just put my phone down for a few minutes. That's being idle. I wasn't idle. All right. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so Romy is a plus 100 for 3+ HRRs. Tyler Freeman is a plus 195. I think I want to do tonight, I do want to do another 3-leg RBI. I just got to really dive deep into the data here to try to find something that hopefully it will cache. We'll see. So let's see. So that's that one. So we'll do those two, and then we'll do. I don't know. We might just do this Marlins game. I did look at Ellie earlier. Hernandez. So Norby has sorta kinda been sorta kinda doing his thing. Like sorta, right? When you look at his stuff. Yes, he's sorta kind of. I mean, sorta kinda getting some hits. Oh, his hard hit is trash, son. He does really well batting 7th. Like, really well. Okay. I just wanted to see what that looked like there. Okay. Otto. No relation to Otto Porter, if you're an NBA fan. Okay, he had one time where by the third game he had basically 4 HRs, and it was back here at the end of June. What is he, a righty? Okay. All right, he struggles against lefties. Okay. He's only green away and at night. Everything else, he's like, well, I guess the NL, but it's mostly red. I just wanted to look. So, Sir Augustine, he handled business 2 games in a row, getting 5 HRs or more. Again, they're facing off against Andrew, who is a beast, right, when it's pertaining to strikeouts, but he does allow hits. That's the thing. Like, he still gets the strikeouts for the most part, but he still allows the hits. Do you have any info for this year? Nope, this was from last year. But again, he's still struggling against the left and righties. So I would probably take Ramirez, possibly. Oh, you know what? I forgot. My fault. Okay. All right. Hey, wait. I apologize. I looked at it, but I didn't. All right. He's batting second. Where he bats the second most. He bats the most at 4th. Let me get a little bit of action. Let's look at the pitcher weak spot here. Let's get on with that game. There we go. Oh, this bum, TJ. There were like 3 or 4 times I put him on a ticket. He just didn't come through for me. Trying to hurry. There's like 5. I got like 4 to 5 minutes, maybe around 4 minutes before this game starts. I want to get this pick done as fast as possible, so then we can move on to these other games for the night. He's mostly green in the splits. Just curious. It's probably because of the ISO. Wagaman. You had two. It's mostly green against the pitch mix. He has a 53 hard hit. It's sort of kind of getting under the ball. So he's mostly red. I don't know. They must see something I don't for him. This cat, I don't think I ever put him on a ticket this season, but that could change tonight. So what is he? He's a switch batter. Yeah, he's been handling business. He bats well in the month of July. He's 50-50 on most of his splits, though. It's the only thing. I'm just wondering if he's going to get 3 HRRs tonight. He's 1-4 against Andrew. Let's see, Austin. I'm trying to hurry up. Get anything else. I literally got like 3 minutes before this game starts. Okay, he does well batting fourth. He's just struggling on Wednesdays. 50-50 at home and at night. So then let's look at Ellie, excuse me. I don't know why I said Delhi. No. Look at that. 50-50. Well, the number is 222 for both in the month of July. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, Stowers is not batting tonight. Okay. I just noticed that. So for sure Ramirez is another batter that I would take. Will, you have a 73 hard hit, son. Why are you not hitting the ball? That's the thing. You have just been struggling. Like, he came out super hot, like home runs out the woozah, and then he fell off. Like, man. Okay, so all right. So I'll just do, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna put Ramirez and Hernandez down on this ticket. Literally 2 minutes left before this game, or a minute and a half before this game starts. For these two games. Should hopefully be just enough time to put this ticket in. So it'll be Romy and Tyler. Romy Gonzalez. Tyler Freeman. Hurry. Ramirez plus 130. Come on, FanDuel. Come on. And Heriberto Hernandez plus 200. 4 leg. This is a plus 3. 32. 63. 6263. All right. Come on. Place bet. Come on. There we go. Locked it in. Done and done. Let's hope for the best for this pick. Okay. All right. We locked that in. That was a bit of a rush pick just because, you know, the game's getting ready to start. Now, let's focus on... That's the thing. So the Cubs, they basically were red hot over the weekend, right? But they pretty much slowed down since. Now they're facing off against David. He's a every other pitcher when it's pertaining to hits. He does get strikeouts. So he struggles against lefties. And of course the Cubs do have lefties. Look at Cade here. See, Cade allows some hits. If anything, I would probably take a... Let's see. Oops. Let me look at Ty France real quick. Oh shoot. Let me see. The one thing that I do need to note, the one type of pick that you want to look to do, I probably may do a video on that for the channel. That you want to do, that did happen today, is you want to do like a 3-leg pick, and you want to do like 2 players getting hits, like 1 hit, and then take like the under on a game. If you do that, that's still plus value. It's technically, a lot of times the plus value is around, I think it's around like 400 or 500. Those are like real simple picks that again can happen. It technically did happen tonight. If you had taken like the Blue Jays game, if you had put like literally if you had put Luke's and Bo down, both of them to get a hit, or say if you're feeling froggy, you say, you know what, they may get 2, you put them down for 2, and then you take the under, because the under did hit, because the final score was 2-1. Boom, that was an automatic win. You know, that's something that I was sort of kind of like testing out a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, that's just another type of a ticket that you can place that will benefit you in the long run. Okay. Look at Lark. Hold on. Lark is a lefty. All right. Bet. So he did have 1. If I'm really possibly, because sometimes I do 2 tickets with 5 plus total bases instead of just like 1, just to be on the safe side, just in case one doesn't hit, the other one does, and I can still gain a nice profit. But I still want to be like yesterday was a perfect day to be real aggressive and taking like 3 or 4 batters for 5 plus total bases. It would have come up on some nice funds. But like I said, because I wasn't feeling well yesterday, my mind was just like all discombobulated. So Trevor is actually in a great spot. He's just struggling to get under the ball. He's been struggling to really get anything as far as TBs, as far as HRRs, but he might again. He actually might go out here and do something tonight. Let me see. Ryan. He has been like, okay, he has a 46 hard hit. Okay, he's doing really well in the month of July. at night. He's struggling on Wednesdays, though. 50-50 versus righties. He's only been at bat at fourth one time. That's the only thing. Which doesn't say anything about him. I'm curious. Matt has a, what is it, a plus 430? Is he possibly gonna... I'm curious. I'm curious about this cat because he might actually go out there and handle business. Willie. He does great on Wednesdays. You know, decent enough versus righties. He just struggles batting second. Or just in general. Well, no, he bats really well fifth. He does have a great batting average. Batting sixth is just his slug is down. He just hasn't been consistent. Okay. So, Tucker. This cat has been struggling right now, right? So I had him on the 5th. He didn't come through. And then he came through on the 6th, but he didn't come through on the 8th. Even though I didn't put him down on a ticket yesterday. Come on, prop fund. Yo, Tampa. It's doing the darn thing. Ah, Caminero, you got 5. And he went yard. Caminero had 5 total bases tonight. Alright. Word life. Yeah, he's like, Tucker's like green all across the board. He just been struggling to really find the ball. So per his data, I'm like, I wouldn't put him down, but he might actually go out there and handle business. Michael was on a tear over the weekend. And that's the thing. Mike's stuff has been looking like this the whole time over the weekend. I don't know why Prop Finder is doing this. So I can't see any of his HRR stuff or total base stuff. So, but he's batting super great on the month of July. He's struggling on Wednesdays though. Oh, okay. He does great on super great on Saturday. Look at that Saturday. 400 batting average with an 8.9 slug. That's wild. So it gives me kind of an idea who I might end up looking to take for something over the weekend to come. Doing great batting 5th. So maybe Mike tonight. So his slug, that's 0.6. That means he has a slug of 600. I don't know. So Pete just like fell off. Like he's getting the HRs, but not as much. Like per his data, you would sit there and be like, yo, like you should be going out here and possibly getting 2 home runs tonight. But that might not be the case at all. Oh shoot. Like at all. And then Suzuki. Suzuki's sort of kind of on a trend. He's been every other game he's getting a home run. He's been getting under the ball versus righties. Man. Oh man. So I'm thinking between Seiya and Michael. Let me relook at his info. He has a 66 hard hit, 46 pull. Versus Mike. 53 hard hit, 40% pull. He's still been getting under the ball lately. I could technically put them both down for, say, 4 HRRs. At least those two. But again, Suzuki could go out here and hit a home run tonight, maybe. See, FanDuel be moving so slow, son. Let me go on DraftKings because FanDuel be on the cheese. Plus, I be winning more on DraftKings anyway. FanDuel was the original GOAT for me, but sportsbook wise. But man, let me see. So HRR. So strange. So I could do, well, I might do that. Just do Suzuki and Michael Busch for 4 HRRs. Yeah, I'll just do that. Just put a dollars for change to get back $10 real quick. I will just do that, son. I'll show you how to do this, done. Okay, so that's that game. Now per this one though, if anything, I would probably consider taking Michael Bush for 5 total bases as an extra pick. Yankees just scored. Oh, look at that. Bellinger and Stanton. Stanton decided to wake up a little bit. Okay, so hold on. Okay, since he just scored. Man. Ellie was right there for at least three HRRs. Austin Hayes has 2. So I was technically on the money with those 2 when I was looking at their data. Okay, I said Jazz for... That's right, because it's over on FanDuel. I just didn't screenshot the ticket. That's why, because I automatically went to my stuff. I needed Koki for 3 total bases. He's probably not going to get it. It's the top of the 8th. Okay, I just need basically like another, like a run and a hit from Jazz, and he will complete my first half of my ticket. So Ellie was right there, so I should have put Ellie down, because I was considering it, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna go over to their side. So Ramirez has a hit, and Hernandez struck out. Okay. Oops. Okay. So yeah, like I said, if I decided to do maybe, like I'm considering doing another ticket with 5 total bases. All right, let's look at the Pirates here. See, I looked at Garcia the other day, and he only had 2 HRRs. Glad I didn't put him down for 3, because I was considering doing that. I'm glad I didn't do it. Okay, like dude is green. It's just, per his info, it's like he isn't consistent. It's like can't find the ball. Like he's practically green all across the board. Tommy. Like, dude has been, like, in the red, right? But he's been handling his business. Like, look at that. Month of July, he's basically almost super green, right? He struggles batting first, though. He's leading off. He had a double yesterday. So, Mr. Cruz, when they announced that he was being in the home run derby, I knew that I should have put him down, like technically for a home run, and I didn't. So yeah, there's that. He ended up going yard yesterday. But it was his only hit. So he's basically super green on Wednesdays. He's just been struggling. So Jonathan. Okay, he's struggling to do anything. Okay, so Salvador handled. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before. It was on the 7th. Didn't he? Yeah, he went yard back to back, and he didn't do anything yesterday. So, he's doing great in the month of July. He does well enough batting 5th. I didn't look at Bobby's way. He's been handling business too. Okay, hard hit 66 bases, 67%. He did not do his thing yesterday, so he might, because he hasn't had back-to-back days of not getting basically 2 or more, technically 3 or more HRRs for referral. So probably do. Now he only had, well, he had one. It was recently. He's only had 2 the last 20 with 5+ TBs. So Vinny. Vinny's been getting under the ball more recently. 73 hard hit, nice. Boy, got that power. He's been struggling in the month of July, or excuse me, on Wednesdays. Does well batting 3rd though. For the most part. He has had what, 3 games? No, yeah, 3 games with 3 or more HRRs though. No. All right. So yesterday for the Cards, Alec Burleson, if I had put him down. I think it was for. Yeah, I'm considering putting him down on a slip for 2 total bases with like 2 other batters, but I didn't do it. So my original thought for him yesterday was on the read was right. He did the job. It's just I just didn't put the ticket in when it did something else. Man, he's green on. Let me hurry up. Man, Newbar was in a weak spot yesterday, and I didn't even put it in for total bases or nothing. And as you see, he got that home run. He's 50-50 across the splits. Okay. I didn't even look at Nolan. Well, he's doing great against McKenzie. 50-50 versus the batter pitch mix here. Okay, he's struggling batting 5th though. Another one. He's doing great against the pitcher. Man, so I might just do that. Shoot, if they're Oh shoot. That's right. Pozo, yeah, was here. He was I remember he was in a weak spot on the 5th. And I was like, who's this Pozo cat? And I didn't even really like look at his stuff. And yeah, he ended up getting that home run. Didn't see that coming. So then I will do. I'm probably more than likely gonna do let's see. No, maybe we could do like a for this one because literally the game's about to start. Okay, Red Sox scored. Oh, since he scored again. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna do Wilson Contreras and Nolan Arenado for Let me see what they got for 2 TBs. So Nolan is a plus 125 and Wilson is a plus 140. Again, 2 total bases. Oh. Just before the games start. So that alone is a plus 438. Just do that. See if we can get a win with this. Okay, lock that in. So I needed Altuve 2 days ago. He didn't do anything because I put him down for 5 plus total bases because he did it the day before, and I was like, well, maybe he does it again. Nope. And then yeah, he didn't do it yesterday. Oh shoot, hold on. Let me look to see who did what they did for the Red Sox. Huh? Carlos went yard. I was I was up in the air between Carlos and Romy. Something was telling me Carlos, but I was like, maybe Romy does it more. So Carlos went yard. Was Carlos in the weak spot? That's the question at hand. He was not. Romy was. Man. So again, he went yard. So that's the second home run in the last 10 games. Yeah, look at that. Dang it. Missed out on an automatic 3+ HRRs. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, do I want to take Altuve tonight? See, Jose decided to wake up the last couple games. As you see, technically the last 5, he had 3 home runs the last 5 games. He finally decided to do something. Something was telling me to put him down on a ticket yesterday, and I didn't. Freaking bum, man. And see, he's like green mostly across his whole, all his splits. I feel like if I put him down on something, he's not going to do it. Okay, I was gonna say, come on, laptop, work. See, his hard is 3,000. 33.3 though. His pool's 53. But he's been, for the most part, handling business on the HRR scene. As far as total bases are concerned, he had 2 games where he had 5+ total bases, so. I mean, I could take a chance on him. Let's see, him and Jose. Let's look at Victor, because he had 2 HRs yesterday. He's been getting under the ball more recently. Oh, look at his July. 360 average, 800 slug. Man. Victor might be a play. Just being honest. Now Yanner bats well, batting 6. Just kind of curious. Maybe. Let me look at Isaac. He bats great batting first. Cause he looks good for the HRRs. Oh, nice. So maybe I do. Well, not maybe, but let me see about like a 4-leg HRR for just this game. This is Cleveland White Sox. Oh, wrong. I'm going over on DraftKings here. Let's see. So what if we do Altuve, Yanner, Victor, Brandon allows hits too. So if I do this, Okay. So if I'm feeling really froggy, I can do Ramirez for 2 HRRs, Altuve, Yanner, Cam Smith, and Victor for 2 HRRs as well. That's a 5-leg plus 1,000. You know what? I think I will do that. I'll just put it in. We'll just do that. Let's see what happens tonight. That one. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do one more game and then I'm gonna call it a stream. Because it's already an hour and a half now. Oh, they don't have any real info for you. See, Joe, I really wanted to hope for you, but you've been on a slump, son. Okay. And Seager has been handling business, dog. Look at that. Look at all of what he's been doing the last several games. Look at that. He had back-to-back games of 5+ total bases. I didn't even look his way. Had I did, I would have put him on a ticket. I would have put him on a ticket with Nick Kurtz. You know what? Shoot. Let me see that quick. Cause I just might do that. Man, he's just struggling batting third though. But I just might say screw it and put him down. Now Bryce has been allowing hits over more recently though. Let's see. So I was saying Seager. He's a plus 360 for 5 total bases on DraftKings. And then Nick is a plus 550 for 5 TBs. Let me see. Let me look at Seager and look at Seager for 4+ HRRs. Where is it? There we go. So he's a plus 170 for 4+ HRRs. Seager is. And then if I put Nick down for 4, Nick Kurtz, he's a 2 plus 225. And you know what? I'm gonna put it. Whoops. Okay. That's what we'll do. Seager and Kurtz, excuse me. 4 plus HR. That's a plus 777. Okay. All right. We're good. We're good for the day. I'm good. And I'm out. Fam, thanks for stopping through. I'll holler at y'all next time. Stay safe. Stay humble. Peace.